If you ever find yourself walking the forgotten roads of southern Kerala after nightfall, pay attention to the air around you. Long before you hear footsteps, long before you see a shadow move, you may smell it. A sudden, overpowering fragrance of jasmine drifting through the darkness. It does not belong there. Among the damp earth, decaying leaves and stagnant water, jasmine should not bloom. Locals know this truth well. That scent is not a blessing, it is a warning. Because jasmine on an empty road means you have crossed into the domain of Kalliyankatu Neeli, a Yakshi born not from myth, but from betrayal so cruel that death itself could not silence her. Centuries ago, before she became a whispered curse, she was a woman named Alli. Her beauty was spoken of in every household, but it was her innocence that sealed her fate. She trusted a man she believed was her protector, a priest whose gentle voice masked a heart corroded by greed. He desired not her love, but the gold she carried and the inheritance she possessed. One rain-soaked night, he led her into the depths of the Kalliyankatu forest, promising safety and devotion. Instead, beside an abandoned well swallowed by vines and darkness, he revealed his true face. He murdered her without mercy, stripping her not only of her life, but of her dignity, and left her body to rot where even moonlight dared not reach. As her blood soaked into the soil, her final breath was not a prayer, it was a curse. The woman died, and the Yakshi was born. From that night onward, Kalliyankatu was no longer just a road, it became a passage to death. Neeli learned to hunt patiently. She understood the weaknesses of men, pride, pity, desire. Travelers would see her standing beneath the palm trees, glowing pale in the moonlight, dressed in white silk, jasmine flowers woven in her hair. Sometimes she cradled a crying infant, its wails cutting through the silence. She would ask for help, her voice soft and trembling, leading her victims away from the road and into the choking forest of Karimpana trees. And then, when the darkness closed in, the child would vanish, the forest would fall silent, the jasmine would rot into the stench of death. Neeli's jaw would stretch unnaturally wide, her eyes burning like embers, her teeth sharpening into fangs. By morning, nothing remained of her victims except clean white bones scattered among the roots. The terror grew so unbearable that even hardened villagers refused to travel after sunset. That was when Kadamatta, the legendary occult priest, was summoned. He did not flee from Neeli's illusions, the rivers of blood she conjured, the forest that screamed with the voices of the dead. While she tried to seduce him, then break his mind, Katanar struck back with sacred mantras and enchanted iron nails, driving them into the earth to pin her shadow, her very soul, to the ground. Her scream echoed through the forest, said to be so powerful it blackened palm leaves and cracked stone. She could not be destroyed, but she could be bound. Forced into a pact, Neeli was enshrined, offered blood and milk to sate her hunger, condemned to never hunt humans again. Even today, they say she sits within a small shrine near the Vaikam temple, worshipped, feared, contained. But folklore warns us that spirits born of betrayal never truly sleep. If you walk near the old palm groves of Kalliyankatu and hear anklets jingling behind you, if jasmine suddenly fills the air where no flowers grow, do not turn around, because Neeli is still there, still watching, still waiting
for the soul that will finally satisfy her thirst.